subscribe and press this bell icon to never miss another lecture video. So इस सारे एनालिसिस में सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट एनालिसिस क्या है? सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट एनालिसिस ये है, ओके सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट एनालिसिस दिस वाला है, ये वाला एंड ये वाला एंड ये वाला. These three things are important. This one and this one. Okay, I want you should revise this slide once more once we are done with this lecture. Okay, now moving to the next slide, that is your addition of two signal and multiplication of two signal. I have taken the same signal, I'm going to add both of them. I'm going to add both of them. I'm going to add both of them. I'm going to add, I'm going to multiply here. I'm going to multiply here both of them. Look here. If you want to add, look here, from 0 to 1 interval, we have a signal. From 0 to 1, we don't have a signal. So signal plus 0 will get a signal. But here in multiplication, signal into 0, you'll get 0 value till 1. There will be no result in 1. That is the difference between addition and multiplication. And addition में ये देखो, you are getting this amplitude value 2 and you are getting this amplitude value 4, and adding this 2 value you'll be getting 4 plus 2, that is your 6. It looks like this. So the in addition from 3 to 4, and from 3 to 4 you don't have any value, so this will be the same value which you'll get, and this will be at 1, this will be at 3, yes or no, and this will be your 4, and this will be value of 0. So this is how your addition looks like. But in multiplication, 3 to 4 you don't have any value, so at 3 to 4 you will not going to have any value. You're only going to have value at 1 to 3. At 1 to 3 that is your 4, and at 1 to 3 that is your 2. So if you multiply these two, you'll get a value that is 8. That's it. That is your graph. That's it. That is your graph. I'll tell you a very funny thing. When I was 6th or 7th standard, when I got introduced to graph initially, I used to think this belongs to the graph. This belongs to graph. No, this belongs to the graph. This includes graph. This is the entire graph. But इसमें actual graph पता है क्या है? इसमें actually graph ये है. ये सब ना lines extension है. You understand? The actual graph is this much only. यहाँ पे जो solid line मैंने draw किया था वो actually dotted line की तरह से आप replace कर सकते हो. No issue is there. You got this idea? It's a very simple concept. And यहाँ पे आप इसको dotted से represent कर सकते हो, solid से भी represent कर सकते हो. ये भी correct है और ये भी correct है. करेक्ट. ये बहुत ही गंदे से पॉइंट है, लाइक आई शुडंट हैव लाइक टेल दिस, बट बहुत सारे बच्चों को प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है, क्योंकि मुझे भी ये प्रॉब्लम था 6-7 स्टैंडर्ड में. वी यूज्ड टू टेक दिस सॉलिड लाइन एज द ग्राफ, बट द ग्राफ इज एक्चुअली दिस मच. यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस पॉइंट? तो इसको हम सॉलिड से और डॉटेड से रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं ना. मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, दैट इज द स्टैंडर्ड सिग्नल, दैट इज योर इम्पल्स, यूनिट स्टेप एंड रैम्प एंड पैराबोलिक are related through integration and differentiation. It's a very important point, my dear friend. Look here carefully. If this is your unit impulse, unit step, unit ramp and unit parabolic. If you do the integration of del t dt minus infinity to infinity, which is equals to nothing but 1. That is what its area is like. It comes from the properties of the impulse function we have studied in the first video lecture. But you can look here, if you're doing the integration, you're getting a graph which is giving you value 1. Isn't it looks like a unit step function? That means the integration of unit impulse function will gives you unit step function. Clear? Now take unit step function and do integrate it. So if you do the integration, look here, this integration can be splitted to minus infinity to 0 ut dt plus 0 to infinity. I want your 100% attention here. यहाँ पे कुछ भी हो सकता है dt. So ये जो वैल्यू है, ये वैल्यू हो जाएगा 0, क्योंकि ut dt आपके यूनिट स्टेप फंक्शन is not defined in the negative area. It is only defined in the positive area. So it is only defined in 0 to infinity. So this value will come out to be this value will come out to be 0 plus t, but this t that much in इतना ही आया आपका रिजल्ट, बट दिस t into ut होगा बिकॉज दिस t इज ओनली डिफाइंड इन 0 to infinity. मतलब ये जो आंसर हम लोगों को मिलेगा, ये आंसर मिलेगा t into ut, ये आंसर मिलेगा t into ut. why ut? बिकॉज दिस t इज ओनली डिफाइंड एज 0 to infinity, उसका वैल्यू है ये. So that is why t into ut is nothing but your ramp function, that is your rt. So if you do the integration of your unit step function, you will get a ramp function. So I want you to do it by yourself. You do the integration of unit ramp function, you will get a unit parabolic function. So we can clearly see this is the path of integration. Like integration, अगर हम successive integration करते जाए एक function का, you will getting this function, and this is the path. This is the path. Obviously, the reverse of the integration is nothing but your differentiation. So if you do take the differentiation of unit step function, that will give you a unit impulse function. It's a simple thing यार, आप visualize भी कर सकते हो. अगर ये आपका step function है ना, उसका एक differentiation मतलब एक छोटा सा portion लिया, it looks like a impulse function, no, छोटा सा portion लिया. अगर आप यूनिट इम्पल्स फंक्शन मतलब इंटीग्रेशन अगर आप कर रहे हो, मतलब यूनिट इम्पल्स फंक्शन का इंटीग्रेशन यूनिट स्टेप फंक्शन है, मतलब देयर विल बी सक्सेसिव एडिशन. इंटीग्रेशन मीन्स व्हाट? सक्सेसिव एडिशन ऑफ यूनिट स्टेप फंक्शन. इट विल गिव यू अ यूनिट स्टेप फंक्शन, नो. एंड इफ यू टेक अ यूनिट स्टेप फंक्शन, यू टेक अ डिफरेंशिएशन मतलब छोटा सा वैल्यू, दैट विल गिव यू यूनिट इम्पल्स फंक्शन. सो यू कैन एनालाइज इन दिस वे ऑल्सो. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, दिस इज योर इंटीग्रेशन वे and this is your differentiation way. Now moving to the last slide, there is a very simple note point I'd like to tell you, that is your zero crossover frequency. Zero crossover frequency. This zero crossover frequency, what is this zero crossover frequency? The instant of time in which signal oscillates between positive and negative amplitude values. The instant of time in which signal oscillates between positive and negative, then positive, then negative, then positive, then negative. That is what it is saying. Positive and negative amplitude value are called as zero crossover frequency. Okay, I forgot to write it down. So the actual this state in this way, the instant of time in which the signal oscillates between positive and negative values is called zero crossover frequency. So for sine signal it will be k pi, and for cos signal obviously it will be 2k plus 1 whole into pi by 2. We know this thing like trigonometry के formula में हम लोग इसको पढ़े थे. Yes or no? इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल थीम, बट यहाँ पे आपको ये वाला जो टर्म है जीरो क्रॉस ओवर फ्रीक्वेंसी, ये याद रखना है, गेट के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, विद दिस आई थिंक वी आर डन विद टुडेज लेक्चर. इन दिस लेक्चर वीडियो वी हैव डिफाइंड और डिस्कस्ड ऑल काइंड ऑफ मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेशंस. Well, this is not actually my part of lecture. I was not interested to include this lecture in this video lecture slot. The only reason I have included this in order to make you recall the scaling, shifting and this kind of phenomena. And the next video lecture is the actual gate level and engineering service level, because in the next video lecture I'm going to discuss tons of questions and different kind of questions which can be asked for gate, ESE or different kind of PSU or in any kind of interview question. So must watch our next video lecture, that is your mathematical operation of signals. See you till then, bye.